Alright, the neighbors are gone finally. Um, I just didn't want to. I'm just recording this on my phone because I'm just getting started, but I wanted to share with you guys some of the therapy that I call gardening with permaculture. And, well, the very first tree I planted was this donut peach tree. So let me go over here and I'll show you. So this guy is brand new within this last year. And then the second thing I planted, actually, the first thing I planted was a bunch of lettuce, and I did it in your standard row of plant on display method. And then I did Swiss chard, and then all these were on display. I had a row of corn running in through here. I might have a picture somewhere. And if I do, I'll be able to plant it or post it right about now. I'm already talking about planting stuff. And then right over here, I got these from my coworker. He had a whole bunch of raspberries. Now these are the thorny kind, so I gotta be careful, but they are delicious. So this whole area was actually on a pretty steep grade. So I brought in quite a bit of wood chips. In certain areas, like down in this area, there's about maybe 12 feet, or not 12 feet, 12 inches of wood chips, and then it kind of gradually goes up. And it still has a grade to it, but it's roughly about maybe 3, I probably need to put more, but it's about 3 inches over here, all the way up to about 12. And then before the fall started, I did grabbed some leaf bags and created these mounds to help catch some water from going down this hill. It's a very miniature, very small garden as of right now. I'm grateful for what it is. Let me get my shadow out of the way here. It's a beautiful sunny day though. But I think this is about a 20 by 40 space. And I only have 2 trees right now. And 2 asparagus, which you can see right there. I did notice that by doing this, it created a bunch of different benefits locally. You can see the grass. So the grass actually didn't even come out this far. That was all just dirt and sand. I think there's some dry area over here. I can show you what it looked like before. Now this sand has been beaten up quite a bit, but yeah, it's just really sandy. Not a lot of nutrients and whatnot. But I've done quite a bit. I'm not a pro by any means. I'm not anybody of significance. I just read a lot, watch a lot, and I get some enjoyment out of it. So this is the rest of the area of my yard right now. I planted those trees this year. And I got some blueberry bushes in through there as well, just right kind of intermixed underneath the pine trees, which I know one of them's a pine. But yeah, so I'm just kind of working on this whole area, and it's kind of on a hill. I was kind of looking down here so you can kind of get an idea of that. Maybe you can't see it, I don't know, but it is kind of on a hill. And yeah, this is my garden. I'm just working on it for right now and seeing where it goes. And long term, over this next year, I really want to get some more trees. I want to get a couple more trees in this section. I want to put maybe 1 or 2 kind of right in this middle aisle here, but I don't want to go too much because the sun actually comes from over that house over that way in the summer. It's over there to kind of right behind me. So if I stand like right here, it will go right behind me. And then in the winter, it kind of stays over here and then kind of holds the horizon over. But so yeah, and unfortunately, I don't have a lot of water that comes down on this side just because of how the eaves kind of go off on both sides. So maybe this next year I want to be able to do some water catchments And then over here is actually bags of leaves trying to get black mold, or not black mold, leaf mold for next year. So all in all, this is my entire yard for what I'm going to be doing this year. If I can perfect it a little bit better this year, then we'll see how much I can expand for next year. For the expansion of this area, though, I may actually expand out this way. There's my compost pile. It's kind of embarrassing because I didn't really do a lot, but I will be able to show you some stuff in the future of what's going on with that. But what I would like to do is actually from about where this bush is, or it ends, or maybe even where this tree is. This is a crab apple. It'll go all the way, just kind of tee off, and then this whole section will be a huge garden, and that might be phase 2. But I really want to get maybe 2 or 3 years experience over on this very small area, and then if I like it and it's able to be a small permaculture area, then I will probably continue it out down that way. Forgive the mess. That was a whole bunch of cleanup from previous owner and all the stuff. As the end of my first year at my new house, so it's been kind of an awesome pleasure to be able to work on this home. You can see I don't know if you want to call it a failure, but so once again, cleaning up a lot. But this was the original garden bed that the previous owner had. A bunch of strawberries in here, and they didn't really do anything this year because every time they flowered, I pulled the little heads off because I really wanted to get a lot of growth for next year, so I can go through, cut a whole bunch, and then transplant them over into the garden, or into the over there. But this really got blown up quite a bit. I had broccoli in there. There's definitely some celery still growing in there, but they just never did anything because it was that rough of a year. With that said, for the viewers out there that know some stuff about plants, I have a question for you, because now that I understand chop and drop, I am using some of the stuff that's growing prolifically. But this stuff right here, I have no idea what it is. If you guys have any idea, please help me out. It doesn't have any effects like poison oak or poison ivy. I know that's probably really immature of me to say, but I'm just starting to get into this. So if you guys can help me out, these things grow everywhere. And I'm in Washington State. I don't know if she planted this intentionally or what, but I'm using it right now for chop and drop. If you guys can help me out, tell me if that's good or not, or maybe I should. I'm assuming because it's biological, but it'd be helpful if I had some tips. If you need more identification stuff, let me see if I can get this to focus. That's about as good as I'm going to get with my phone here. But yeah, this plant is annoying because every time, here, let me show you. This in the grass is actually quite prolific once it started getting some love and care. But I have some grapes over on this side, and the grass just took off with the wood chips. It came through quite a bit, and then these things keep coming up, and I have no idea what they are, and I don't know if I can chop and drop them. Should I cover them? They are getting pretty close to the concrete, so I don't know if I want them that close to the house. And then what the heck do I do with the grass? Because I don't know what to do. So if you guys want to help me out, that'd be great. Leave a comment, and we'll see where it goes for this year. Thank you so much, guys.